里面，里面。
5 seconds remaining.
The Dire get a ban.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's ban now. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Beastmaster. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Dire's crown warlord. 10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's ban now.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
The Dire get a ban.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's ban now.
Here's the Radiant Band. Radiant's turn to pick.
Ten seconds. Dire's turn to pick. Lion.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Dusk. 10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick.
Void Incarnate.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
The Dire get a ban. The Dire get a ban. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to ban.
Dire's ban now. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Here's the Radiant Band.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick.
Unbelievable!
10
Heat
seconds.
2! 5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Ten seconds.
Choose your hero.
They always float to the top eventually. Just wait. Someone's connection just drowned.
Welcome back, landlubber. Get any salt in your lungs? If they're wearing a cork shirt, they'll pop up soon enough.
I sense a connection between us.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back right into a pause. Of course, this is the and TNC Predator and John.
Dead.
If I'm not incorrect in saying so, I believe it's our first Rumble of the season.
Oh yes, that it is our first Rambulan between these. Profile pics, they're all set to the Execration logos. They've synchronized.
Wow.
They've synchronized. They're getting
Wow.
that team spirit up, and it's not quite as. See, as mentioned, they've had a bit of a roster shakeup. They've got Bach and Boomy, in my opinion, the best parts of a droid. So they managed to steal out the best parts of a droid, which turned into Smart Omega for a while. And, well, it's a full Filipino stack again. They went through the APAC Predator League Asian finals, and they won that one out. So they're looking good with this new lineup. Execration, they did have an early upset last time. We'll see if they can pull that off again, but both sides are in high spirits. I saw some lobby chat coming through. Tim's was saying that they look up to Nico, Kuya Nico, for some reason. There you go. And Tim's asking to help him with English for whatever reason. So there it is. I don't know why. I believe the guy does speak well enough English. I've watched a couple of their behind-the-scenes streams. Oh, Boomy. Okay, so right now, Nico just said Boomy banned out all Nico's heroes, and Boomy's like, yeah, you're feeling it. Yeah, and it's just like, we didn't actually ban your heroes. Get full of yourself.
Everyone very, very happy. Of course, the tips are starting to fly out. Always fun when you're casting a Rambulan, of course. It's always a... Go on, Don. What is it? What are they saying now?
Gabby's threatening now. Gabby's telling them if you guys win, Boomy has a video show. He's got some dirt. So there's some threats here.
Boomy being a little bit sneaky there. Take your phone out and start recording around the boys, John. That's a no-no. But Boomy doesn't respect the street code. Kind of recording here. Obviously, TNC now have a massive advantage, depending on what the video is. Hopefully, we never have to find out.
Yeah, definitely. But should be a fun one. You know, it's right around evening, so it should be around dinner time. I'm not sure if the players have had it. It's a bit early. At the same time, you've got a best of 3 lined up. You might not have the most time in between games, and we're still having some ping issues here. Unfortunately,
This is
so
classic.
we'll still keep waiting at it.
This is classic Rambulan, John. You gotta have a pause. You gotta talk about both teams. You gotta let the trash talk out first. Maybe a bit of merienda as well. Merienda always very important before you get into your Rambulan, and not to be mistaken, of course, by rambutan, John, which apparently is a delicious fruit. The chat keeps reminding us every time we use the word Rambulan. But,
I know why.
I've never had it.
It's a great
I've never had a Rambulan. Never had one.
If you drop down here to Davao, you're gonna have a lot. It's really good. It's a nice sweet fruit. I don't know. I describe it like lychee. If you've had lychee, it's somewhat like that.
I have had lychee,
but
I'm not that uncultured. Thank you very much.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, really nice, delicious fruit. It's kind of weird as well because it's a fuzzy fruit. You know, it's one of those kind of fuzzy-looking fruits. It's a bit weird, but it's really good. So
is it
just
similar
make
to
sure
like
you
a
don't
dragon?
No, not that kind. It's like it really looks like it has hairs. It's just hairy. Not quite fine hairs, but strands coming out. It's a weird one.
Nothing wrong with being hairy, John.
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't know it got
You don't
to
need to personally attack me. You? We are still waiting a little bit longer as the ping queue is probably still there. Pretty funny, actually. I mean, I'm from Australia, and I'm getting stable ping to SCA. It may be 100 ping, but it is very stable at 100. So,
amazing.
you know, Australian internet, just a casual flex there, John. Just wanted to remind you that we actually have good internet now. Somewhat. Not the best, but it's okay.
You know how it is with Philippine lines. Sometimes they get congested. Sometimes the routing's a bit awkward. Yeah, we experience that in our Discord, right? Sometimes the Hong Kong line just doesn't do so well, and you can see Boomy being very generous here, offering their own pause time if it runs over. So, you know, you can use our pause, Big Brother Nico. It's fine.
Boomy. Maybe Agent Boomy. The name we used after this game, depending on what happens. Nico, there you go. There's a bit of love out from Nico. Always very good to see. What's Poe? Thank you, Poe. What is Poe?
It's like, it's one of those things that doesn't translate in Filipino. So we have like ways of being respectful to each other. Like kuya, it's like a polite way of talking to someone who's older or slightly older than you. It's like an atis Filipino form of that. Po is usually when you're talking to someone older, you put po at the end to tie up the politeness. So it's just one of those things that hangs over there. Yeah.
Wow, giving pause time and well mannered. Amazing. Sounds like a real keeper here, Boomy.
Yeah, and Boomy is a fantastic player, of course. We've seen Boomy and Bach. This is the dynamic duo out of Adroit, right? Like the Cebuana boys, as they were, all based off Cebu before the Adroit stack. And having them on TNC is actually pretty big. Like Boomy and Bach are some of the best players in the country, I'd argue. And they've never had their own time in the international spotlight, at least not as much. TNC's probably their best shot at it. In as much as I would have loved Adroit as a whole to go on, this is probably, you know, on paper stronger. So it is what it is. You move on, get stronger teams. We'll just have to see if they can carry that performance from the Predator League. Again, TNC Predator, APAC Predator League, won it out. Sponsors proud. Yeah, perfect sense, perfect balance.
Absolutely. It's like this new patch, which is definitely perfectly balanced. We've seen. I'm sure we will see again as this Beastmaster has been picked up again. Melf this time, but I can almost guarantee what build he's going to be going for after he picks up that bottle soul ring. have a funny feeling we might see the Aghanim Scepter come back out for the Beastmaster. Not 100% sure yet.
Now
We'll
we
see.
get the good stuff.
For
Should
once,
line up
we're in
nicely. No
agreement.
scuffle over these bounty runes though, so both sides not opting to try and flex their level 1. Gonna go for an even trade. Do see the lanes break out. Of course, Yoa is already sort of blocking out his mid. It's gonna be the Void Spirit up against the Beast or Mill. An interesting one, and not something you've seen before this patch. Obviously, I mean, Void Spirit still hold a stamp lane really nicely, but you can kind of just play around with Axis. Like, that's the thing with Beastmaster. You can just sit back, toss Wild Axis from a million miles away, and still find farms. So we'll have to see what Yoa can do even out the lane, but Armel, this shouldn't be too far out of his element here.
No, it definitely shouldn't be. And I mean, you see those axes, they're just so effective at being able to secure CS even at level 1. Especially that range creep, right? Just being able to throw those axes from a mile away, ensuring you do connect on the range creep. Make sure you secure a very important bit of XP and gold. So you're still not going to have too tough of a time as well. Well, BDZ, he might have a little bit of a tough time as he's being chased down by a creep wave right now. But he is, of course, going for the pull away, and Boomy was unable to just follow him down. So he won't get punished too hard, and EDZ, he'll take this wave himself, so just trying to hit that level 2 mark, and help him be a little bit more impactful in soft lane.
Once you've got maybe the man drain up and sort of start to punish the melee support of Boomy, he's not going to be able to really gap bullets and apply as much harassment. Of course, you are getting some space here for Gabby still, just behind the tier 1, getting his own farm up, so you're not slowing down the Razor, but at the least you're getting that EXP gain, which is really important for this dual lane. Still gives us a chance to look at that bot lane, the last lane that we haven't really taken a peek at. We've got Tim's there on the pause for Venge, laning up with Bach on the Bloodseeker. There's some potency here once you get some levels up. Stun into Bloodright, obvious one, but even just the minus armor coming through with the Blightstone on Tim's can make it really hard for the side of Execration to jump up. I mean, Palos right now is still
Throw a
finding some
line
steady
to
form.
Radiant's
RR
middle
is there to
tower.
protect him,
It's
but you don't really want to force the issue too much
just
against that much
like
minus
your
armor and Tim's.
ships.
Certainly not. Palos, so far having a decent enough time. Tim's going to try and get in for a bit of harassment. Of course, Palos is fine. Now, all across the map, pretty quiet thus far. No first bloods occurring quite yet. BDC again, Boomy trying to chase down BDC, and have I cursed them? I think I may have. BDC, he's going to try and run, but the first blood does come out.
First blood,
Gabby
and the
does manage to pick it up
atmosphere's
on the full Razor. It's going to be a great start for TNC.
The aggression you can get from Razor on any lane. You have a nice support partner here in the Tusk. You get the tag team off, you trap them with shards, get a couple of seconds off of the static link, and you pretty much have yourself a kill. You have to watch that spacing for Execration. It takes a while for
have
your
the spyglass in
Brewmaster
hand.
to really apply that pressure on that lane. Even Lion, you have Hex up, but without something like, say, Mana Drain, you're always going to have that spam ability for Boom to just keep going in and keep forcing an issue up against Execration.
Farming again, Bach. And Tim's going to spot out the Abbot on there for a second, and Bloodride actually ends up connecting. It's on the edge, so RR not going to be too happy about that, but turn himself back into the lane and now going to start to slowly trying to pressure Palos, but Palos will turn right back around onto Tim. Bloodride is there, but Tim's is in massive down to the curse and the slow from RR. Spy.
denied.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
Good night. I have punching for you.
Radiant are scanning for...
Sick'em.
Are they really going to be able to get it done? The Astral Spirit, when he landed, Armel, will be okay. Magic damage on top of the Beastmaster, so he will be able to escape. Meanwhile, top lane, Nico, chased down here by Gabby. He forced TP right out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still, that is going to allow Gabby to just continue free farming himself on this Razor. All in all, though, still a very close game between these.
Not too far apart. I think the one thing that they're getting done here in TNC is because they have a Razor, they probably don't care too much about Palos' form. Yeah, he still has a steady ride towards Battle Fury, but as long in this early timing, Gabby's just going to be able to take complete control. So as long as Gabby's also farming well, I don't really mind a free farm with this.
Ryan going on the block. Nice head set up there from BDC. Mark gets the blood right off in time, but he should just be dead unless Armel gets in for the roar, but they have lost block. And they find a really nice trade onto the troll. Palos, he's going to pop the battle trap. Try and fight back onto Boogie, but there's his snowball out. And Palos really should have no way out unless the Astral Spirit does land and does. And Armel, he still manages to get the kill onto Palos, but now Armel's the one that's quite low. It might just drop on the Beastmaster. He's following up in the tree line with the wild axes being thrown out. They'll kill off our Yoe. He can't land the whole step. He will miss Yoe. He's gonna tie to Boomy. Oh, and Armel. They just can't kill him. He just runs right out of there. Full top of net worth board on this Beastmaster. And that has gotta hurt Execration.
Toss so many bodies forward to try and find that counter kill, but Armel just gets the punishment off. They trade a couple of heroes, not as bad. They're going to try to make a move on to Gabby now, at the very least.
Give it a crack. Make the final split. Perhaps they can get it done. Allison's there to help out, but there's just that click now from Gabby. They can see the chase though with Nico, and Gabby has the help coming in. Execration, realizing they can make that top rotation, do make it work, and that was a very valuable kickoff to get.
Drunk sailor.
It's a good kill. They've left Gabby alone to farm too much. There's some room here to get a push onto that top tier one as well. And TNC's not quite in a position to counter push on the bot lane. So it looks like it's going to be the objective here for Execration top. Helps open up the map a bit more, helps them stall out or Palos' battle time. Just helps them apply some pressure. TNC, they're still rotating here with Combo. Gabby actually does show up for the defense.
Does. He's going to try with the standing clink out on Palos.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's going to be okay for now. Boomy. Find a way to start up a team fight. Does get a great chance out onto Nico with the blood right and the rough shot. Nico forces time. They'll go for even more now. Diving in further, seeing who they can find, but the TNC won't get anyone else. Really nice shots there from Boomy, however, locking down that Brewmaster.
That's the one thing with Boomy. He loves these heroes that change the layout of the map, like the Shaker, the Clockwork are among his best heroes. Tusk as well gets that job done very nicely. Boomy's been so active on the map. He just leaves top, Gabby holds that lane fine, he's been so active, and might punish him, but...
Oh, he snowballs right out. Very nice play there from Boomy. Right to the creep wave, and Execration, they aren't really able to find much so far, as we are going to have another disconnection here. As
You
they
are
still
dead.
experiencing...
Dead.
TNC, I mean, they're 4K ahead at 10.5 minutes in, and with this draft, they're eventually going to be able to take off with this Beastmaster Ags, which, by the way, is about 2.5K gold off. In fact, never mind, it's 1.5K gold off for Armel. Then we have axes flying around.
It's just a lot to deal with. We've seen that spike for Beastmaster just be ridiculous across the first series. Now we see it again. And Armel, he's been contested a couple of times. He hasn't died. We've seen the committal from Execration to try and dive Armel, but TNC is also on top. They want to protect the Beastmaster, want to hit that IP spike, and they have done a fairly good job in keeping him safe. Side of Execration, they're really just banking on a couple. They want Yoe to be up and running soon, and they want their Cloak able to free farm instant battle period. So online, no down to Execration as well. Yoe's got level 8, so there's much more damage on hand for the Void Spirit. Could look to burst Gabby once more, but he's out.
Gabby, nice TP.
You are dead!
He's gonna just make it.
Is under attack.
Know about it as well, and Yoe second off from that Astral Spirit connecting.
Dire's top tower
The bot
is
lane,
about to take
Alos will be targeted. Trying to click out from Gabby. Now the Raw being thrown out. Armel just locking him down. Alos not able to get the battle trance. And look at the shard spot there from Boomy. Just blocking the pathing with the rocks around now. Onto Yoe. They're still chasing down Gabby on the Razor. But they might fall the process of Boomy. He does finally die. But now they'll turn right back around. Yoe's the one to go down the Void Spirit. Back in onto the Brewmaster. They'll kill off Nico. Well, there's one more left.
Faces a stiff win.
Chase down RR. Poor old RR. Safe, I think. Unless they're just gonna dive T2 Towers, and yeah, apparently they are. Fuck, he's been left alone to do this by himself. I'll survive a little bit longer.
Faces a stiff win.
The TNC, they got so much out of that bot lane, and we're even gonna get the D1 tower
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower has rung its last bell.
Same story every
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Sickle.
Dire structures are fortified. Are Radiant using echolocation? Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
The twins.
Unfortunate.
Sickle. I sense a connection.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
Top tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant think fortification can
Radiant's middle
save
tower
them.
can't handle this caught in a storm.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Has fallen to the Dire. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
No kind of defense apart from the battle.
Under attack.
TNC, they're not going to find the opening. They do back out. It's not like you have anything to initiate with, like the Blink Dagger yet on
Dire's
Armel.
top
He's still going to be
tower is
farming that.
about to take the plunge.
But they still control the whole map apart from that Radiant Triangle. So as far as
Radiant's
TNC
bottom
goes, they can just keep
tower is
farming the
under
map. Not really anything else they need to do here.
And they still hold on to the Aegis here on Gabby. Fresh one, still has a lot of time left. Looking to shove in the pot. And Execration, and they can try to invade this top jungle, and they can look to maybe shove out that top
Radiant's
2
bottom
as well.
tower is
It's
under
not
attack.
amazing fast push unless Paula shows up. So you're still trading pretty unfavorably. You can see their smoke up. You know where to explore, and know the
Radiant's
movements up
bottom
top.
tower
You can try to
faces a
punish that
stiff
push.
wind. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
For now, Gabby's going to hang around down the bot
Radiant's
side, but
bottom tower is
TNC
under attack.
are running through the mid-river now.
Nice scan.
Definitely a really nice scan there from Execration to run out the smoke, but Nico may not be lucky anyways. He gets pulled on, but he was underneath the Hawk. My god, the damage output as the pause does come out, Nico.
I was practicing
Not a pub game,
my
sir. Very cheeky.
backstroke.
No, they will pause again. Looks like Yoe is having some lag issues and panels does disconnect. Yeah, bit unfortunate there for Execration. I think Nico was dead no matter what anyway, because he was underneath Hawk vision and they were in range to get the roar out. Definitely unfortunate timing here to lag for Execration.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Connections not holding up well. It's been fairly rainy, at least in my part of the country as well. I'm not sure if it's rainy up north as well. That could be a factor. You know, every single time it rains, you gotta ask yourself, oh, is my internet gonna hold up? It's one of those things with the internet. Still, they are rotating onto Gabby in the meantime, right? And so they're actually grouped up bot, and Gabby is alone, but he has Aegis. See if they have enough in the tank to kill him twice over as well.
Patience. We do have 4 people disconnected. Indeed. They are going to reconnect soon enough, it seems. Hopefully the weather is really the cause, but well, then again, if the weather's not the cause of this, I can only imagine who is. Won't talk about that company for a second though, John. We'll leave their name out of this. So it looks like Yoe is the only one left to reconnect before we can get started again. And this team fight obviously looks very bad for Execration, as you can almost guarantee that this Abaddon is going to die. Apart from that, nobody else is really around from Execration. They've all really backed off. See, they are chasing down Gabby down at the bot side. It looks like we have used up all their pause time for Execration. I don't know if TNC was joking, but I believe they can use TNC's pause time if TNC allows it.
Yeah, I think perhaps Boomy just needs to speak up again. The reconnects are coming in though, so they're just going to wait a little bit more. Bit of a gentlemanship here. Just patience coming out. And hopefully that fixes the issues. You know, it's never nice playing with lag, and we do unpause in the end.
Mel says, no.
Oh.
No, we'll pause. Thank you very much. Gentleman Mel.
BDZ asking for that pause time, and Boomy gives the go-ahead.
Excellent.
Boomy's like, yeah, just use it up. And Gabby's thinking. Gabby's like,
Gabby's always the cheeky one. He's always got something to say. Doesn't say yes, doesn't say no, just kind of gives you a little bit. It just lets you decide what he wants.
Yeah, Nico is saying Boomy is very friendly. Kuya Boomy is very nice. And what was that? I believe Gabby's asking for 1K per minute of pause.
Yeah, I mean,
He's asking for some.
well, Boomy can afford that. Clearly, the pause is happening because Boomy's got a fight right now. I mean, we'll figure out what it was later. As RR going to be chased down by Mel. He did take down Gabby on the bot side as well, but he had an Aegis up. They are going to pop the battle trance though immediately, and they do get Gabby. So all things being said and done, not too bad for Execration.
Radiant's courier just drowned in a pool of
Get the
blood.
big kill. They sacrificed their off lane, sure. They sacrificed their Abaddon. Not too bad of a loss. They managed to get the farm up on BDZ where he has his blink now. You've got the line with blink. You've got a lot to play with. He can follow up for Yoe or set up for Yoe. He can look to play aggressive. They don't have to worry about Aegis anymore. And the side of TNC, maybe have to reconsider just how far apart they get there. Gabby didn't even manage to clean up that bot tier 2. It's at 106 HP. Should take a little bit of a prod fall, but that objective still stands for Execration, which means they get to hold onto that bot.
Yoe
From the goddess.
gonna juke out the snowball from Boomy. Farming for him.
Bounty.
Melfam himself a very nice invis rune to bottle up, so see some initiations from him later on. How do you find the standing right now of Execration? Right now, 6k behind, but I suppose maybe you can rely on your troll later on to kind of take over the game. Naturally, Palos is still not at the top of the net worth board, but he's hanging around there. He's top 3 right now. Do you have confidence that he's going to be able to pull out the late game troll?
Radiant's bottom tower faces
It's just so hard against a Razor. You're going to need a Lotus Orb at the least to counteract the effect of
Dire's middle tower
That's
is
gonna have to come out from
drowning.
somewhere. Maybe the build-up is there for Nico, but Nico's rushing the Ags right now. Once you have the
Radiant's
Ags on
bottom
the
tower is under
Brewmaster,
attack.
the split is going to be really potent. Having that on fairly low uptime is going to be really nice to play with. Since he's going to have to watch that as gives Execration more opportunities to fight. So it's less on Palos, more on everyone else. And you just need this Ags up on Nico to buy that space out, and you need Yoet to finish up his own Ags with a silence as well to really get control here.
Bot lane, Nico in danger. He's going to go for the primal split out and lag again. Nico, he's complaining about it. He's going to disconnect immediately. I believe it's up to TNC to pause the game, unless they could just, you know, say we're cool with it. Creation, though, definitely suffering here with their internet connection, and it's definitely very unfortunate to see. Nico, even with this primal split, it looks like he is probably going to die.
They're not that tanky. They've got enough damage to rip through. They already ripped through one Bruling. The next one's already at 145 HP. The last one's at full HP, but it wouldn't take too long. You really want to hit your talent spikes to live through with your Brulings. Like, you need to hit level 20 there, and that's a long way off for Nico. Despite dodging out that initial control, we'll see if he does manage to run away here, but doesn't look very good.
And the go ahead. Nico, he'll give it a crack. Just run,
Dire's
sir.
top tower
Just run.
is under attack.
Man, there's no chance in hell behind me. Even with the buy. Oh, poor Nico. At least he has a sense of humor in these difficult times for Execration. Tier 3 tower now is going to be taken down by TNC. Slowly but surely.
Invisibility.
Be enough. Cough for a bit. Look for another opportunity to get their way back in.
They pop the Invis here on Armel. He's got the Roar ready to go. There are some good wards in the triangle. It's not going to be the safest rotation spot, but could just try to hunt down Palos if they're worried about the space.
Dire are
Yasha's
scanning
up
for
now,
enemies.
so he's got some more stats, some nice move speed, buffing up his right foot. Armor is good. You still need a way to break off, or at least help stop and the force staff here on RR could help though.
Mid lane, they're going to try and go in onto Boomy. Turn around for a Walrus Punch. Can he survive? Not quite. He's going to die, but TNC, they might keep trying to fight this one out of block. He ran right in. Now the Plasma Field is out from Gabby. He's looking for a static wing target. There's your Roar out onto Nico. Brewmaster in big trouble, but a great Earth Spike. Turn back around, but Nico is still going to die. He does manage to pick up the kill, and well, they aren't going to quite move into that tier 2 mid tower yet. Instead, they might just try to find another hero pick off, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
they aren't going to find one. To farming for TNC.
Build up that lead, 6k up.
Radiant's middle
You
tower
are still itemizing fairly fast here on Palos. SNY now up, so some status resist on hand to mitigate some of that control, and some added durability for a troll to stay in front. Still need something else. Like, they need to save this 4-staff on RR for the troll. Or for the reason. Ensure that you can 4-staff and way break the link. That could be one way to get that done. Maybe you can spam 4-stabs here as well. Perhaps BDZ, he's queuing one up. So that looks like that's the game plan for Execration to ensure their troll will have some impact. Just multiple 4-staffs and break the static link.
Smoke up here from Execration. They do commit it. Where are we headed though? I mean, it's very hard to evade the dire triangle like this. Boomy's is in a great position to break the smoke, but they know he's there. He's under vision. Get him locked down with the Astral Spirit. Is it going to be enough? No, the swamp is there in time to save the day. So Boomy, he'll save for another day. Oh, he's just to tie to Nico, but he'll get the snowball off, and now they can really start the team fight. Roar is there, onto Palos. They got the static link damage already, so he's not hitting that hard right now on the troll. He's going to be forced to battle Trans up and try to fight this one out. He does go on the boss. Gets the blood taker. On to another now. And they found Gabby as well. Great team fight from so far for Execration, but here comes Armel with a double kill with the axes to fly out.
Radiant's
Nico,
top tower
he'll throw him in the air. He'll just try to ignore the Peacemaster, but Boomy's on top, along with Tim. Nico, he's going to try and man-fight Tim.
is under attack.
And Armel gets go in the mid lane. Gabby tries to tip over.
They're trying to bring down
Oh,
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower.
these axes are so
Dire's
stupid.
bottom tower
These
is
are
about
they're
to
so stupid.
flounder.
Oh, like
Radiant's
cast range of
middle tower is under
1,500
attack.
stack damage for not only are you amp your damage up as well, it's so dumb. It's so
Bring the
hard to
Necro
play
creeps back, please. Bring the Necro book back.
No, Mike. This is the future now. This is the future, old man. And Execration are facing up against that future. 8k behind. The investment here on Carlos. You can see he does some damage, but he never feels enough. Although they catch out Boomy.
Nice pick off there onto Boomy. If they can get it, Snowball is out. Finger, not going to be thrown yet, but there it is. It easy, playing no games, does secure the kill. It's a pos 5 task after all, so not too difficult, but was actually about 100 gold away from his Blink Dagger on that task, so had he had that up, he may have been able to find his way out of that, but Execration not to be dissuaded, they smoke up again, into the mid lane they go. Mel, he's jumped in, but he's been baited. He's been baited by Yoe, but a great swap out. Is it going to be enough though? They just burn and stun him up. Speedmaster dropping low, but here comes Gabby to help out. They can't kill him. Mel's going to be just fine. He'll get the axes out right onto Nico with a rupture, forcing the primal split, and they will lose BDZ first. They try to go back in onto Tims. Tims is dropping low, but so is Yoe. He's dropping very low, in fact. He does have an astral step charge. He'd be just fine to get away. Nico.
Bounty.
Gonna be alright. That's a lot of TPs, Nico. He gets the tip. Played with this man for long enough to know exactly what he's doing. Tip him immediately, even before he's dead.
Way too much movement coming out from TNC. Really good swaps coming out from things. They don't find big kills. Only find Nico, which, you know, it's nice. It's an off-lane Brewmaster. It doesn't feel like he's worth too much anymore. Like, he's so far behind as a core. I mean, even Tims is just nipping at his heels here in terms of net worth. So you're not getting as much there, but they're still slowing down the momentum of Execration. You're not able to find your big cores as well. And it allows them to maybe take more control over
Dire's
the
bottom
20 seconds
tower
away.
won't last
TNC
long.
will definitely be eyeing that one, and so will Execration. You don't want to give away a free axe shard and help it. They are just keeping position and trying to keep control in the triangle, but Boomy's already planting some really nice forward wards here.
Yoe is gonna run right into Bok. Gets Assimilate. Resonant pause for Booming. He's in with the Laura's punch. It does land and lock him down long enough. They've got the rupture out. He will step away from it, but he's going to be very careful. Now, the amount of damage he does take from the rupture. In goes Armel to lock him down and secure the kill. They go in for more now. RR going to be in danger. On the Abaddon.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Forced up away, but it's not looking great for him. Still to follow up. They've even fought out Palos. The buyback to Yoe is going to force back TNC now. Side of Execration go right back in onto Tims and Boomy. Getting smoked so far. They even down Armel on the Beastmaster. They'll get another. Great buyback from Yoe and TNC unwilling to fight with that buyback committed. Fortunately for TNC, they do get punished heavily.
Yeah, it's a really great fight for Execration, turning it around. There's not much sustain here from TNC. So as these fights drag on, they don't really have fields to play with. Internal drops low. Got the watch head, have no real way of saving him beyond Snowball, and really mistimed the Roach is up, Howard just starts digging in. So creepy items on their way if he can't fight.
And it will be. It's a bit of a wraparound. Gabby's running in. Roshan is pretty low. Gabby, he pops his CKB up, but it is a little bit too early as Yoan's going to jump right back in. Nico, he's in as well. BDZ with the Earth Spike, but here comes Boomy to blow up BDZ, but Palos, he's back with the Roshan pit. It's very low, but the swap is Tims. He may have saved the day, Tims. Can he pick up the Aegis? Not quite Palos. He does manage to pick it up. And now they can definitely find the Execration. They go back onto the Vengeful Spirit. Doesn't fill it out. Tim's still somehow alive, but will eventually die in another pause.
You are
But
dead.
an immediate unpause.
Find us.
As RR resumes, pauses again. Another disconnection now from Palos. EDZ's lost the plot. I'm not sure if you can translate that, John. It's a complete mess right now in this game.
Oh yeah.
But I love it, John. It's a classic Rambula. That's what we want to see.
It is. It is. Sobra just means it's too much. It's too much lag right now. And I don't know if you spotted it. The cheese and the shard were grabbed by TNC. So Tim's lived for a little bit longer. He ate the cheese immediately. You've got the shard sitting right now on Bach, so they can hand it off if they want to. They do have the Aegis on Execration, and sure, but they've lost a lot of value in that road. Like that shard is such a big bump up. Cheese as well would have been really nice to have in a secondary core. Palos is dropping low. He does have the battle trance ready to go, but he's static linked up. There are no force staffs available right now, so if he's not careful, he's just going to be stuck there with no damage.
Execration are going to try their best to reconnect in the allocated pause time of TNC. See TNC having no internet. Very, very nice. And Execration, they can reconnect in this game because they are slowly making a bit of a comeback, right? Like it's not guaranteed, but Palos is top of the net worth board, and these last few team fights have sort of been leaning the waves of Execration.
Yeah, they've been very disciplined with their spacing out. They've been really disciplined with force staff use as well. They just want to drag Palos away from Gabby. And for the most part, in a couple of these fights, Gabby only saps away, what, 30 damage? Not much. So a pretty long cooldown here as well in the static link, so it's not like you want to just have a little damage. You really need to maximize every single use of that spell. And it can get a bit tricky down the line. So you have to watch that. Respect the fact that Execration have ways of approaching this game, and you have to respect that. Even Yoe, like if he jumps in, catches Armel out, if you take out that Beastmaster early on, he doesn't get to do damage. Like he needs to be alive very long in these fights to stack up the wild access damage. And in a couple of these fights where Execration wins, they usually start that by taking out Armel first. And again, they've got the mobility on hand. Yoa can jump the back line. They've got the blink in the line. Isolate the Beastmaster from behind, and even with the BKB here for Armel, like if he's surrounded by 4 or 5 heroes, he's still pretty much dead.
Palos is asking about the pause time that is left. I don't know how much pause time TNC want to give over, but it sounded like they were happy to give all of it. Find out very, very soon. They're just constantly reconnecting, but I guess they just can't find a stable kind of...
sense a
I don't
connection.
really know how to word it, but I guess it's just not very stable when they connect.
Yeah, maybe looking for a stable line to the server. It's just constant though. Like there's something up. Maybe time to kill off the team router, get hard reset, turn it back on, check for spiders, as you would know, Mike.
Yeah,
How are spiders doing, Mike?
Spiders are very warm right now, John. We're hitting winter. They've got themselves, you know, they've set up their home on my modem. But it is a very effective kind of network, John. It's working very nicely for me. No disconnections so far.
Yeah.
My wife has been complaining
spiders.
non-stop about it, I must admit. But I told her
It's the web.
it's
the web. Has
it's
the
their home
spiders.
now, John. I can't. I'm not going to interfere with the spiders in their house. Have it. Just have to maybe burn it after we're done with it. So we do have to go ahead.
I was
What happened in this team fight? I mean, it is a 2-0 so far. Armel's going to respawn, but they've caught Gabby in the Razor. Snowball is out. A great snowball save from Boomy. Right to the high ground. And I'll tell you what, if there's one person that's really stuck out today, it is Boomy. Playing a really nice task.
He's just been on saving his team, setting up just every single time, cutting off the right parts of the map at the right time. And this is something the panel talked about at some point. Like, everything feels a little bit more narrow. So here's like Tusk, here's like Shaker, even Clockwork. all can block off really nicely. And these are all Boomy heroes, so in a way, these map changes are Boomy buffs almost, as he loves just blocking ways, blocking paths, and had a fantastic time so far. Execration, and they still hold on to the Aegis. They didn't lose too much there. They did drop the cheese and the shard, but not the biggest loss in the world. I'm wondering who they passed that on to. Really see it consumed by anyone just yet.
See,
Oh, it's on Armel. He gets the free Wild Hawk dives. He doesn't have to spend the 1-4 gold. Oh, boy, the Filthy coming out for a piece.
they're going to jump in onto the Abaddon now. RR. Forced off the way it looked like. Through the borrowed time, he's going to be just fine. No, he's still trying to chase him down. Raw is going to connect and they will secure the Abaddon kill. With that, they're looking. Gabby will get started. It shouldn't be too difficult of a task either. Gabby's just going to be perfectly fine to try and finish this off, but Palos
Dire's top tower is
start
about
moving in
to
slowly.
take blood.
Nowhere is in. Astral Spirit does connect. Now the battle trap's being popped, and another pause. I mean, the swap's nice. Boomy, he's a bit frustrated, it looks like. I'm sure everyone is. And, we should be good to go again. And we will. They know where Gabby is. He's done it for a little bit longer, but it looks like he's going to go back into the team fight now. With the static link back on a Palos. They'll get the Aegis. Primal split was there from Nico. Tornado going to be committed onto Boomy. He gets right out of there. Boomy, he's fine. Nice shards block to boot, and he's just right. He can't capitalize on anything here, Execration.
It's a really big win for TNC, taking out the Aegis. Don't have that failsafe anymore for Palos. They forced out the use of Primal Split, but there's an Ags on Nico, so cooldown's not too bad. I mean, he can start to save up for charges at the least as well. So there's still some uptime here for Execration to play with. TNC though, knowing that all these big spells are off, you smoke up.
Seeing what happens. Their cooldowns are just so low, they can just keep going back in and Yoe. He's going to break the smoke, but it might be too late. He's trying to initiate. Simulate back out. Now the swap is there. Onto BDZ. They want the Lion first. Get rid of all those disables. Just trying to run. BDZ is still safe, but now the shards block. Boomy once again, making it very hard to escape as they will throw everything onto BDZ, but he's still not dead. He'll survive for a little bit longer. Eventually, though, Armel does get the kill. Boomy does go down, but does fight back.
Tower just healed over.
And he's still killing off Yoe. Onto Palos. Integration, they have. Might be about that time to try and go high ground. They even have a siege trip there, TNC.
They have so many tools on hand left.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Everyone else is
Dominating! Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last bell. They're running full spread at Radiant's bottom barracks. Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
a barrel of love.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Radiant sent to the battle.
Really tight, Hunter. They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Killing spree! Radiant's top tower has fallen. Killing dominating! Ownage! Radiant's middle tower is
Double kill! Radiant's angel! The sea reclaims!